for tuning in. Today is election day, so I hope you went and voted. I'm from a family. We have all different shapes and sizes and opinions, even in my immediate family. With my parents and my brothers, we all have different opinions, and we all still just vote. So I hope you voted, and it's going to be an exciting night, no matter what happens. I am headed to my kids' house. My husband is following me with the puppy. My son and I are going on a huge 2-day sourcing trip after this, like first thing in the morning. The only thing that will stop us is if we, really do stay up all night watching the election returns, which is possible. But otherwise, we're planning on leaving at 6 a.m. and we're going to just hit it hard. We've got arbitrage leads that we've been following for Amazon. And then I'm still really trying to just continue on with what's been going well in my store. So this will be kind of a disjointed video. I'm just going to kind of catch you up on what's been going on in my life. I don't know why anybody cares, but I do thank you for even tuning in. I don't want to bore anybody, and I don't mention this on every video, but it would mean a lot to me if you're watching, if you would subscribe and just sign up for the notifications below, and just like my videos, or at least comment. If you don't like them, I'm open. I have a lot of improvements coming. As most of you know, if you have been watching, I've only been a full-time reseller for 3.5 weeks again. I have a whole past life and a whole past story, and you can kind of see that in some of my earlier videos. I am a child loss survivor, and so I've had a lot going on in my life in the past 10 years, and I fluctuated between being a full-time seller and a full-time nurse, and then part-time both at different times. And it's just been a very complicated story, I know that I have, but if you're interested in that, you can go back to some of my first few videos when I try to explain that. But anyway, I've been back full-time for almost a month. It's about 4 days away from a month. And I'm going to be totally honest. I mean, that's kind of why I'm making this video today. I was telling my friend Virginia, who is pretty much right where I'm at. She's left her dispatching job, which is a very, very important job in our small community. But it interferes with where she's headed in her life, and she's worked very hard and given tons of hours to the healthcare system, to the police force, and she just needs to take care of herself now, and she's a few years from retirement, so she's rebuilding her eBay store, and someday I'll have her on my videos. This woman, she should be full-time. She makes rendezvous clothing. She's a true seamstress, so she has the big machines that can do leather and all of this. And so if you go look at rendezvous, like the kind of clothing they wear, it has to be 100% natural, and it has to be only from fabrics and items that they had back when they're doing these reenactments. And so she's been in that culture all her life, so she knows that just like the back of her hand. And she also used to go and just sell things in person at these rendezvous, like the leather shirts or whatever it is, and now she makes them online, and she does so good on that. But it's because her stuff is so high quality. I mean, she sells her things for hundreds of dollars. She's not just selling a $20 shirt. But that is something to look up. If you can find clothing in that rendezvous style that meets all the specifications, the buttons have to be like whatever they were, and I don't understand it all. I haven't researched it. And you can also do cooking utensils in the rendezvous style, iron skillets and things. If you do certain things like that and put rendezvous in the title, that is something that can make you some money. But good luck making the clothes. They are very particular and very precise, but just that business alone, she could go full-time if she really chose to. But she's going to work another year. But anyway, so her and I have been talking, and she stopped by today and we visit. I told her it just seems like a whole lifetime ago, and it's only been 3.5 weeks since I've gone back full time, but I've been working toward this goal for so many years, and I was a part-time nurse for several years, and so now to finally be doing it, it just really does seem like, I don't know, just weird. And one of my former CNAs from work called me last night, and it just hasn't changed where I used to work. It's just still, people quitting. It's just chaotic, and so I'm so glad to have, just be doing what I'm doing full time. But anyway, so my life the last few weeks, I keep promising to do a haul video, and it's just been, really chaotic. This morning, my puppy, he had vomited several times in the middle of the night, and he does eat things, but he's got very sharp teeth, and he's a big dog, so normally, he doesn't eat that much of anything, but he was vomiting a couple times in a row, and I saw some fabric in it, and it concerned me a little bit because he vomited like 4 times. So anyway, I took him in just as a precaution. He's fine. He hasn't vomited all day now that I obviously drove 40 miles to take him to the vet. Now he's fine. But we got some antibiotic and just some precautionary meds, and I just got some advice on, I'm a nurse, so I knew he wasn't deathly sick, and since I'm a nurse, I don't panic, over just somebody vomiting, because, it can just be stomach irritation. It can be a lot of pretty minor things. But I knew that he had eaten something, and so anyway, we're going to watch him a couple more days. As long as the vomiting subsides, then we know he doesn't have an obstruction. But I had meant to get up this morning and truly make the haul video. The reason I want to make the haul video is because about 4 boxes of it is from my former coworker, and some of that might need to go to the thrift. It may not all be sellable, and I really wanted, these aren't just 4 boxes. These are 4 like chewy dog food boxes. Like, they're huge, like, they hold a 50-pound bag of dog food. They're huge, full of clothing and other stuff, and so I wanted to get through that so I could deliver it today to the thrift shop and kind of get that out of my entryway. But it just didn't work out, and but thankfully it seems like my puppy's fine, and so I did what was important. But to get to the vet, I have to drive 40 miles to the bigger city. And so I went ahead and took advantage of that while I was waiting to see what we were going to do with my dog. And I did find some good arbitrage items and some personal groceries that I just kind of got out of the way. And so it wasn't an unproductive morning. It just was kind of a switch over what I had planned on doing. But in the last few days, I have listed a lot of good stuff, and I've sold some really good things. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to actually see pictures, a lot of what I sell, you can always go to my store. My eBay store is Outstanding Books. That's the only one that I share. I do have, Poshmark Macari and Amazon and Etsy all under a different name, and I don't always share those just because I trust everybody, and I don't think it's going to matter, but I just need something just in case something happened to my eBay store. So there are certain, things I just don't share. And then on Amazon, I do a lot of repetitive arbitrage. So I'm trying not to be exclusive. What I do on Amazon is, once I know that I can't get any more in my area of a certain thing, then I do share my leads on Amazon. So do watch if you're looking for Amazon leads. You'd be surprised what I will share. Once I know that I'm done traveling, then I'll throw out my Walmart leads that I'm not going to take advantage of anymore. But anyway, so I had a lot of book sales. I did finally get paid for the commentary. It sold to a second person, so I netted like $170, $175 on that after paying for shipping and media rate shipping and signature confirmation. So that wasn't bad. $39.99 to $170 net profit is very good. I sold it for over $250. Then I sold another book set this morning for $50. It's Upfield, Arthur Upfield, I think it is, and he has Napoleon Bonaparte mysteries, and I had come across a bunch of his paperback books at an estate sale for $0.25 a piece, and so my total cost was $6, and overnight, like literally, I sold it for, let's see, I got 50 plus shipping, I guess is what it is. So he was 60 all in. I could have waited and maybe got closer to 80, but it's an overnight turnaround, and these books were not in good condition at all. And I put that on there. I put acceptable condition. I put reading copies only. I put ex-library. I put that some of them had tape, to reinforce them. So I did everything I could to discourage the buyer from, thinking that they could ever return them. Like, I made it very clear how bad these books were, and I still had an offer of $50. So I just took it and ran. Another person had gotten about $80 or $90 for a similar set, but theirs were newer and in much better condition. So I was very, very happy with that sale. If you go to my Instagram, which is Outstanding Books 1 on Instagram, you'll see some pictures that I posted of a Pyromania ball, and it's like this blue ball. I did a haul on that, I guess, so I finally got that listed, and I put closer to $60 or $70 on that. At first I thought I was going to do $50, but mine's rare and unique, and so I put it a lot higher. But anyway, that's the kind of thing that I've been doing the last few days. And so I do apologize again for not having the haul, but I just wanted to check in with everybody. I'm going to go ahead and post this. I am taking the next 2 days off, and we are going on, my son and I, we are going on a huge sourcing trip for 2 days straight. We're getting a hotel, and so when we do this, the only thing that's kind of hindering us now is the coronavirus, because we have to be very careful where we go. We're not, we don't want to get sick or have to quarantine or make anybody else sick, so we're very careful how far we travel right now. And the second thing is that the stores just aren't open as late. So for the past, I would say 7 years since my son has been an adult and done Amazon full-time, this is the time of year, we literally go for 2 or 3 day trips. We get hotels, we barely sleep when we're on these 3 day trips, and we'll be at a Walmart at 3 in the morning, like at the last Walmart, trying to get that last toy that we know is worth money. And so that's how we've done it, because this is the time of year when you can just, pay for all year. And so that's kind of what we've always done. But right now, a lot of Walmarts are closing at 10. Targets don't seem to be staying open late yet. Ross and TJ Maxx, it's November 1st, and usually, maybe it's not till December 1st, but usually right around this time, we can at least do all the other stores before 10, and then we start doing the Walmarts, because so many of them were open all night. But now, my son and I have been on a few trips in October to kind of get geared up and figure out what toys were starting to become rare and some of that, and we've had a lot more trouble getting to all the places we want to go because of the hours. Walmart doesn't open till 7, so we used to get up at 5 in the morning, grab the hotel breakfast no matter what it was, and then be to the first Walmart by 5:20, and we can't do that in a lot of places where we're shopping. So that is going to be a consideration, but we're still excited. Our stuff is selling very good. My eBay is really doing well. My Amazon is starting to do well. Any lack of it doing well is totally because I didn't get started soon enough. I was working so much as a nurse this summer that I just did not get my replenishables sent in, and I should have started that in August, truly identifying, some of my replenishables and checking in on those, and I just kind of let it go. But the good thing is you can always come back as long as your feedback and everything's good. You can always just pick it right back up. I'm qualified for toys this year to sell them as merchant or to ship them as merchant, which is very important to me because sometimes it comes down to where on December 10th we're still finding really good stuff, but there's no way to get it into FBA, but yet I can sell that as a merchant just really fast. So that's kind of what we're going to do the next 2 days. I will be posting, whatever I can. I'll be posting my thrift store stuff. I don't know how much my Amazon stuff I'll be able to post. Again, once I know that we're not going to get any more of it, I will try to post some leads. I just believe in sharing. I don't believe there should be, I know it's terrible, but it always not makes me mad. What's the word? It just makes me cringe when a 5-year-old who really doesn't care which of the characters he gets, picks the one, from Walgreens that happens to be worth $100 when he would have been just as content with the $5 one, but he doesn't know, and his parents don't know, so they're like, yeah, this is on sale, let's get it. And my son and I could have sold it for $100. So it always makes us cringe when we see kids in the toy aisle, which is obviously the way it should be. It's not our place to be in there, but So anyway, guys, I'm out of stuff that seems pertinent. I did finally get my hair done. I think it looks a lot better just for the fall. I'm excited about that. It's a little bit darker, but in about 3 or 4 weeks, you'll see it come back blonde again. But it feels good. It was so weighty and so out of condition there for a while. And I didn't curl it today, but tomorrow it should look even better. But expect some videos and some updates from me. And again, I'm sorry about the haul. I am so anxious to look in those boxes. I have no clue what my friend gave me. I can't even remember what I bought at the last 3 or 4 thrifts. And it's just been sitting there. Like, I know for a fact that I bought several $50 and over items, and including a pair of Sorrel boots, and they're just sitting there unlisted because of all the stuff I've been doing with my dog and everything. But I'm going to let you go, guys. Sorry about the rambling. Thanks for helping me pass the drive time, because I'm driving 90 miles today just to get to, Laramie, Wyoming. And then we go on to other parts of Wyoming to shop first thing in the morning at 6 a.m. So have a great day, and I'll be posting some more photos on Instagram. Outstanding Books 1 on there. And if you're watching on Instagram and you don't follow me on YouTube, I am No Excuses Reseller on YouTube. And I do need to change the name. Sorry, guys. I will get that so that they're the same. But anyway, it's not that confusing. So have a good day. Bye-bye.